Ah, hello. It's my birthday. Woo! Hi, Raining Potatoes. How are you? Um, I guess first thing I want to do is give my cinema cover a listen and watch, cause I want to give it a watch through like how to say kind of like a critical lens. Like, cause I did put a lot of work into it, but I do know that pretty much no matter how much work I put into it, I can make the next one like even better, right? Ah, hello, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Hi, Curry, happy birthday. Thank you. Ah, okay, let's see. Oh, hi, Story. Happy birthday, Curry. All right. But yeah, I haven't listened to it in like great detail. I've listened to it a lot for just making sure that things were like the video turned out okay, like nothing was mistimed or anything. So I'm gonna really, I'll probably be pausing and talking over it and that sort of thing. If you want to watch it, you can watch it totally on yourself by yourself. It's on my channel, so it's like the last thing I posted. Yep. And there's a link to it on my Twitter. But otherwise, yeah, I'm just gonna play and give it a listen. We'll see how it goes. Oh wait, hold up. Why is the quality so scuffed? Hold up. Come on, my Wi-Fi, you can do this, you can do this, you got this, you got this, you got this. There we go. I wasn't a fan of how the very first thing I sing. Mata. Cover was dope. 10 tickets inside out. Oh, thank you. You thought the cover was dope? Oh, that makes me feel really happy. I'm glad you think so. Yeah, Hajimata. I think I could have sung that better, but I was like, I was just like, this is good enough. I don't know, something about the mata didn't sound quite right, but it's just because it's like barely outside of my range. Oh, it's Zeffy! Hi, Zeffy. Oh, thank you, Zeffy. I could have done the timing better. It's a little sloppy there. Just a little bit, just a little bit. I re-recorded a lot of this song, and I recorded part of the song in different places, like physically different places. I just brought my mic to different places and recorded it. Which meant I had to do a lot of like funny things with the audio. There's part of the song that's recorded in a completely different room than I usually record in, and I can kind of hear it, and it bothers me a lot. But you can't hear too audibly. You have to like really pay attention. But sometimes you can tell when two takes aren't the same take, and I just stuck them together. I'll point them out when they come up. I think I made that up. I remember in my head I was singing this and I was like, da, and I'm like, yeah, that sounds right. And then I listened to the actual recording. I'm like, they don't do that. But you can make stuff up as long as it sounds good, right? I re-recorded this backing vocal like 17 million times. Also, Connie and Not Just did such a good job on the video and the art. This first chorus I know for sure was re-recorded. Because the people who I bother like the same people every time. I'm like, hey, can you listen to my cover and tell me if it sucks or not? And they were like, yeah, it's good, but it could be better if you did this over. And I was like, okay. And then I did like half of it over. This part tripped me up so. This part's actually like kind of hard to say because I'm not a native Japanese speaker, right? And it's not that it's like super difficult or anything, but it's kind of fast. 足りなくなるたび笑ったり増えた荷物が添えては泣いたり期待するほどでもなくがかり責めることするできず悩んだり責めることするできず悩んだり That part's hard. And the funny thing is, the way when I get stuck on a part, the way I record that part is just like I'll go at it for like 3 hours or something, just over and over again until I get a take I like, right? But the thing is, a lot of the time I just don't get the take I like, so I'll just stop recording and come back a month later and do it. And then like if I listen to the song enough, it usually just comes out and I'm like, oh my god, why didn't I just like not spend 3 hours like a month ago? Because I'll come back to, I think I tweeted about it once. I was like I came back to this whip that I thought was good, and why is it dog? Happy birthday, Curry. Thank you, Toe. Thank you, Toe. Raining potatoes. You're so good at singing Curry covers. I bet you could replace Akito in Vivid Bat Squad. No. Akito Seiyu is a very good singer. I don't know. He only really missed for the Gimme Gimme cover. Thank you for the compliment though. Honestly, that part is slightly out of my range. Also, this says this is actually the wrong kanji in this part for the video. I hope no one can read Japanese because this isn't what I sing at all. Naniga yokanai no ka is not what I sing. I just kind of let my editor kind of do whatever. I was like, yeah, it looks good, bro. I didn't really double check the lyrics. I did, however. Here's the thing I'll tell you about the MV. The art is drawn with me in this orientation, right? So whenever you see the art in this orientation, that's an edit I did myself. Because when my video editor, Connie was like, I want. He basically sent me this, and he was like, here it is, and my character's flipped, right? And I was like, my hair is the wrong way, because if you flip it, right, the part with my hair clip and the part in my hair will be on the wrong side. So I was like, okay, give me like 5 seconds, and I made an edit in a little bit, and I sent it to him, and I think it looks relatively normal. He at first he's like, what did you do? And I'm like, I flipped the hair, and he's like, oh, okay, got it. And I was like, can you please replace them? And he was like, yeah, no problem. I felt kind of bad about it though, cause I don't like making like too much work for people. But he's very cool about it because we're like good buddies, right? So he was pretty chill. This take I think was one of the few takes I did not re-record for the chorus. I did take it a lot of times, but But after I decided on a final take, I didn't go back and change it. One thing I will say about this part is that no matter how many times I redid this part, no matter how many times I redid that, I didn't like it. I just gave up eventually. I was like, this is good enough. I still don't like it. It's fine. You can't be happy with everything, and even when you're happy with the product in general. If you listen carefully to the backing in this, right there. I was too lazy to re-record the backing vocal to make it time correctly in this part, so I just really cut it up, and you can kind of hear it being cut up and timed like forcibly. Like there's no way that I sang it like I don't know how to explain it, but it's originally off time, and I timed it to be there, and you can kind of hear like the vestiges of it being not right. for wah, wah, wah. I think those are the... I recorded a few. Of those layers that make that chord, one of them is done digitally because I was like, in my head, I recorded it like for real, like a I recorded a few of those, right? And then one of them I was like, I'm not recording that. So I just took one of the layers and I pitch shifted it down like to the note I wanted. And I was like, okay, that's the one. And I just kept it like that. And you can't hear it, so it's fine. When you really can hear like the pitch shifting, it becomes kind of obnoxious. But in a big layer like that, where everything kind of sounds equal-ish, you can't really tell, so yeah. This part was so tricky to get into the final product. This part with the kind of like where the instrumental takes a seat back, and it's very the vocals, I mixed them very what's the word? I didn't put a lot of post-processing on them. Like the only really post-process thing is that I tuned them to like the right notes, and I added like the echoes in the background after the first one. The big thing with this that made it tricky was that I have when you record things, you might notice your mouth makes unwanted noises, like you can hear like clicks, or maybe you have a plosive that really hits your microphone and makes the kind of unpleasant I'll do one right now, kind of sound, right? I didn't do it very toughly because I didn't want to like bother your guys' ears or anything. Hi Curry, I'm loving the MV and recording trivia. Thank you, Pluton. So like in this part, since there's so little music, I can't really use the music to hide any of that stuff. If I have like a click or something doesn't sound quite right, someone with a really good ear will hear it. And I noticed that I had like clicks everywhere in this part, and it drove me freaking crazy. A few of them I was able to remove just by doing like some editing tricks, but some of them I had to just re-record the whole part, and it drove me crazy because I was like, this take is so... I was like, my new takes are so bad, and my old take was so good, but my old take has noises in it that I don't want. It just drove me crazy. Right there, Hajimata. At that part, the Hajimata. On the at the very end of that, there was a mouth click. And I was so worried because I found that mouth click probably 6 hours before the cover was supposed to come out. And I was like, no. So I was like, shit, I thought it was done. So I went to my editing software and I was like, can I please just take this out without having to re-record it? Because if I re-record it, that means I have to, keep on singing it right until I get a good take. I have to retune it, reapply the effects. Do you get bothered listening to your voice so many times, or are you used to it now? That's a good question, actually. I only get bothered when I'm bad. Does that make sense? If I think I sound good, then I'm not too bothered. But the moment I like have an obvious like voice crack or something, and when I have a really difficult voice crack, or a note comes out like really weird, or I obviously just don't know the song well enough when I'm recording, or let's say it's a stream, if I am like being really awkward and I'm rewatching and I'm like, dang, this is painful. But if things are going well, I usually don't mind too much. I've mostly gotten used to my voice because the biggest thing is that one thing that really got me over like my like self-consciousness in my voice, and this is like trivia about me, but for about 2 years, maybe a year and a half, but it felt like about 2 years, I listened to my voice every day for 2 years. This was a few years ago. I listened to my every day. I would record myself singing or talking, and I would play it back to become like better at, like, I was trying to become better at singing. So I did that every day for 2 years, and I at first it was incredibly painful, and when I go back to listen to those really, really old recordings, it is incredibly painful. But in general, it got me over my the general anxiety of listening to my voice and being like, ugh, this doesn't sound like me. So yeah, that's how I feel, at least. A lot of people haven't really because a lot of people, like, the reason people don't like their voice usually is because it sounds different than what they hear in their head, right? But I listen to my voice so much that I've kind of gotten over that. Some people will never get over that, and that's like fair. But yeah, that's just my experience with it. Actual grind said, oh wow, I never thought about that. Yeah. It's just that kind of thing where if you, I've become like desensitized to it. And also when I think about my voice, sometimes I don't even really sound like myself. And I can, if I just compartmentalize that as like, oh, that's not me, then I can just look at it from a very objective perspective, like, oh, in this part needs to be like, I'm too flat, I'm too sharp, or I pronounce this thing weird, or I pronounce things weird all the time. I pronounce things weird really all the time because I have like trouble with saying R's, a lot of R's really quickly. And that's something that is a problem in some cases, but usually it's fine and I can just get through it. Like if I go rah, 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 I don't know if I rah, 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 it's hard. Where were we in the video though? Oh yeah, that line. I recorded like one take I really liked, and then I was like, I'm never replacing this take. And I successfully was able to never replace it because luckily the part I liked didn't have any clicks in it, but the parts directly before and directly after had clicks, so I was like really worried. I don't know if people can actually hear that. Let me turn that up real. Oh my god, let me turn that up real quick. Let's see if you guys can hear that. In the background of that part, in the background there's this sounds so strange, but I recorded a bunch of layers of me going "mada koreja" or "mada koreja" kind of thing into my mic. And I layered that on top, and I was like, oh, this is gonna sound so cool, and then I realized it didn't sound that cool. So I had to do a lot of editing to make it sound like okay, because I really wanted like a big effect of like, oh, it's like a crowd, baby. Like I've done that in different covers before. Like coming to mind is my Shitsuru Shigamasu ga Shinde Kudasai cover, which is the Mori Calliope debut song parody I did. And that one I had like the hi, like the yells from a crowd kind of thing going on. And that was, I think I did a decent job of making that sound like a crowd of people and stuff. But this one I was just like, oh, I don't know. Also, I think they sound kind of like flat because I was going Mada koreja, and I think that made it sound less like lively than if I just like thinking back. If I were to redo it, I might have just gone for like a Mada koreja or something very lively like that. This last chorus I redid like a million times. And how do I explain? If you hear the really big wide nine nine or the nine nine or nine 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 nine. That's like all stacked on top and like made to sound kind of like huge. That's the goal, at least with my editing. And like that part was added way later into the process, because I was listening to this and I was like, it doesn't sound good. I was like miserable. I was like, oh my god, my last chorus doesn't hit. It doesn't hit. What can I do? So I was thinking about it and I was like, okay. Let's go back to an earlier version of this cover that I had been recording. And one of my earlier versions had like a lot more harmonies on it. Like it had a harmony that was much more similar to the original by the Vivid Bad Squad, that version, and it had like a high harmony and a lot of things going on to make it sound like really like involved. And I was like, this sounds too, and I was like, okay, maybe I'll add some of it back. And I added it back only at the nine 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 kasai kai tai kind of parts, because I thought those were the parts I really needed the lift. And once I added them back, I was pretty happy with the product. It's a lot of layers. It's not just like what you hear may not be like, you probably just hear mainly the Mada koko janai nai pretty much, and then the background nai nai nine nine, but it's like a lot of stuff. I don't know how to explain it, but I just put a lot of things in there. Okay, this is what I was talking about earlier. So this part. Is recorded in a different place. It's recorded in a different place than the rest of these lines. And I think you can kind of hear it if you listen too closely. But luckily, I'm the same person and I'm using the same mic. So the biggest difference that you might hear is the room, right? Oh wow, I can actually hear it. Yeah, see? But if you're listening like just normally, you probably can't hear it or won't notice, because the rule with YouTube and entertainment and all that kind of stuff is probably 99% of people won't hear things like that, but the 1% will. And until you explain it or like show the 99%, and then they're like, oh, I can't unhear it now. So yeah, you explain it well. Thank you. I don't like how I pronounce things there. Owari wa kuru kara. I feel like I like overpronounce it. Owari wa kuru kara. This was recorded later too, because I re-recorded pretty much the entirety of the last chorus again. Also, the last chorus still makes me like kind of mad on the inside. I'll explain after I listen. I sing so nasally. I'm like exaggerating, of course, but that's how I'm basically singing it. And it drives me crazy. Because the reason I re-recorded this part, I actually did not intend to re-record it. I was actually really happy with the take I had, but my friend pointed out that I had a voice crack here. And by here I'll show you. At hen, I had a really big voice crack. Well, it wasn't really big. Kind of not like that, but it was at that hen part. It's so this part is actually like really difficult to sing, I would say, because I'm pretty much what I'm doing this part is I'm like belting out the entirety of this section, and like it's just so much. It's just so much. And when you belt, if you go into a range that's like not too comfortable, you are very liable to have your voice just to give up on you. Just like, yeah, so that's one part that bothered me. So when I was re-recording it, I was like, okay, I just want a take that doesn't sound horrible and doesn't have a voice crack. And eventually I settled with the take that sounded fine and had no voice crack over a take that had a voice crack but sounded better. And I was like, whatever, I can't have my cake and eat it too, but that's okay. That part bothered me the most. Eigano, it sounds so much in the nose. Eigano, yona story. I would have preferred to have it be more like chest forward, but I wasn't able to Frankenstein the take together enough for it to sound like, for this to be a different take and the part right before it to be not. If I wanted to keep this part, which I did, I wasn't able to find a take that sounded like it moved smoothly into this one. There are some really funny cuts though in the song that even I can't hear, but I know exist. Let me see if I can find one. Okay, this part right here. You can't hear it, but there are I almost said 3. There are 2 different takes there. And I split it at the consonant. So it was one take, and then I had another take that was go yamete shmaiba, and I cut it at the shmaiba, and I used the first part because I was like, I like this part and I like the second part, and they sounded bad in the second take sounded bad in the beginning and the first take sounded bad at the end. So I was like, can I make this the same take? And I think it's unnoticeable. If someone can hear it, you have better ears than me because I can't hear it. And I know it exists. Because I can see it in my Reaper track. I mix in Reaper, by the way. Reaper is a great software. It has an infinite free trial, kind of like WinRAR. Yeah. I guess that's all my thoughts regarding like the audio part of the song. Mostly just complaints about my singing ability and funny mixing things. But otherwise, like I'm generally speaking like really amazed with what Connie, my friend, I guess he goes by Senshi Sei or something like that. Sie, maybe. I can't really pronounce Chinese too well. But he goes Senshi, maybe. I can't pronounce. Whatever. I can't pronounce his name too well. But he used to go by Connie, and he's still cool with me calling him by Connie, so I'm gonna call him Connie. And his MV is really good, and Not Just had a really amazing, like really cute curry drawn, really cute. And I was like, can I saw the artist and I was like, oh my god, I need to commission you. So yeah, that's pretty much my thoughts on that. Let me just give me a second. Okay, there we go. Gosh, and like, yeah, I think let me move myself back up here. In general, I think the cover turned out pretty well. I'm pretty happy with it. And I hope like my like dive into it wasn't too like crazy. I tried to explain it well, but my thoughts are kind of all over the place in general, so if I like jumped around too much, I'm sorry. Yeah. In terms of like stuff for my birthday, I had a really good day today, and I was so happy when I woke up from sleeping, and I was like, oh my god, I've got like 17 million people saying happy birthday to me, and I was like, that's sweet, y'all are sweet. Especially like tons of people on Discord. I got some on Twitter, a lot on Twitter. I had to respond. I was trying to respond to like everyone on Twitter. If I didn't respond to you, very sorry. Whew, what else? I got some gifts, and I kind of want to show them. I got a gift that I kind of want to show. I want to see if I can get this to show properly. A friend of mine, a wonderful friend of mine, drew me some like art, and I thought it was so cute. I gotta show it on stream. I was like, I got the okay to use it, so I'm pretty sure I can show it. But yeah. Okay. Oh god, he's huge. Give me a second. Let me make this like smaller. You might be able to tell what it is already. How big is this file? Oh my god. You might be able to tell what it is already. But it's me in freaking Amber's outfit. Like, what the hell? It's so cute. I can't even look at this without like breaking into a huge smile. Like, it's so amazing. I don't know. And I was like, holy crap, you're the best. Cause like not that I need people to like draw me art or anything for me to say that they're the best, but like I was like, the friend was like, yo, what do you want for your birthday? And I was like, can you draw me like a 2-second doodle? And they were like, yeah. And then they told me, they were like, just a heads up, I drew more than a 2-second doodle. And I was like, oh, okay, sure, whatever works for you. Yeah, but there, her handle is let me get it exactly on Twitter. I want to be able to shout her out per like her handle, Makieru, Makieru on Twitter. She's like really talented and draws really cute art. And she knows my favorite character in Genshin is Amber. So she was so kind as to draw me in Amber's outfit, and I thought that was really sweet of her. Yeah. And I had a lot of other like really sweet things from people. Like if I want to speak about like some like nothing too personal, but a tiny bit like into my personal life. My mom sent me a fruit basket full of like I'm gonna put Amber like into the corner right now. My mom sent me a fruit basket full of like really cool stuff, including like a block of cheese, and she knows I'm like really big into that. And also like a letter, and it was very sweet of her, and I was like, oh thank you. And I tweeted about this, but my class got canceled today, which I didn't know about because I drove all the way to my school, and I was like, why is it empty? And then another kid was like, yo, he posted that there's no more class, and I was like, you for real? So I went off and did other things instead of going to class today. Yeah. But that's like, I guess that's just like, I don't know if that's just like birthday luck or something else. But in any case, I had no class, and I was like, woo! In terms of like people who I wish I had more things to show, because there's a friend of mine who if you're like a regular on the channel, you might be familiar with Mr. Tamdis. I call him Tam, and he draws for me quite a lot. And I received a very funny message from him saying your birthday art will be ready in a week, and I was like, you got it, bro. You take your time, no rush, right? I don't expect art from anyone. But I got a message from him saying that it would be done in a week, and I was like, all right, you go, man. Whatever pace works for you, right? But in general, I've just had a really, really solid day, and I hope everyone else has been having a solid day, because it's like it's always good when your birthday's just a nice day. It doesn't have to be anything big, just like a relaxing day. I think that's the best kind of day, to be honest, because like stress is always there's always stress in this world. You can have like one day that's just chill, might be a good reprieve, you know? That's what I think. And that's kind of like my goal per se. When I like stream and stuff, I just want to have it like a comfy stream for people to like put it. You don't have to watch. You don't have to be like. You don't have to be like I stumble over words so much. You don't have to be actively chatting in my stream or like being really like focused on it. If you just want to put it in the background and chill or whatever, or if you don't want to watch it all, that's also cool. Like, I don't judge. I'm glad you had a good day too. Woo! The curry hammerhead in the corner is making you laugh. Should I move it? I'll move it like move it out of the screen. Maybe I should keep it there. Okay, I'll keep him there. If he's making you laugh, I'll keep him there. Yeah. So I just want things to be chill and fun for people. If things aren't fun, then that would be like a real downer for me, to be honest. But yeah, I'll be in terms of like future. One thing I want to talk about with this birthday stream was my like plans for the year. I was hoping I could release more covers. I have a few planned. I have I mentioned this not on like in public place, but I mentioned this in a server with some people. I said I am working on a few more covers. Working on a vampire cover, Vampire by Deko 27. Which is, I have art for it. I have some lines recorded. I want to get it done. I want to post it. It'll be fun. And I have a request to cover Yurei Tokyo, which is another USAB song. I like to cinema. And I like to cinema. It kind of stars Akito. I feel like I'm just covering Vivid Bad Squad songs, even though I like all the other groups. I just happen to be covering Vivid Bad Squad songs. Maybe it's because my voice. I feel like my voice fits their like vibes when I sing, at least. Because I don't know if there's any like one else who can even relate to this. But maybe this is like a general thing, but like if you don't feel like you're suited for it, you might not want to do it as much. That kind of thing. That's the feeling in general. But if I had to like put it to singing specifically, it would be like if my voice doesn't fit the song, I don't really feel like singing it as much. Of course, if it's a song I'm really like passionate about and I really want to do well, I'll try no matter what. But if it's generally speaking like a song that I'm not too, I'm like, should I cover it? Should I not? I usually do a test run. And I'll like sing it with the backing track, and I'll listen to myself over, and I'll be like, if it's good, if it's not good, if it's good, I'll try it. If it's not good, I won't try it. Hiro Akiba says, "Happy birth, Crabe." Thank you. Happy birth to me. But yeah, for Yurei Tokyo, I'm pretty happy with how like my voice test went, so I'll probably be covering that. Vampire, I admit I'm not like super happy with it, but I think I can still make it happen, and that's good enough for me, right? It doesn't have to be like if my voice doesn't fit like a glove, then I must not cover it. Thou shalt not, or anything crazy like that. But if it's like not vibing, then maybe I won't be like super like hard set on it. But usually if I have like art for it, I'm like, okay, let's do this. And what else? I wanted to cover at least those two songs. Hopefully I can release them this year. I do have a bad habit of starting a cover and not finishing it until the next year. So hopefully I can finish it with both of those within this year. I do like making covers. I am curry covers after all. But in terms of like non-covering things, this week I do have a stream, Elden Ring, 8 p.m. PST Wednesday, and like I wonder if I should be. One thing that I think something like that about I really am conscious of when I stream is the difference between like a game where, because there is a part of me that is like, oh, if I'm going to be playing it, I should just stream it, because like not just that it's like easy content or that it's or that it's just things for me to do, or I'm trying to like build an audience or anything. Nothing like that. It's just that I feel like, especially for a game that I am already gonna stream, if I play it off stream, I feel like I should be streaming it. I didn't do that for Elden Ring, and I think that's been like a really good thing in general, because especially if it's not like a really story-based game, I'm able to like just take it a little bit slower at my own pace and stuff like that. And I think that's kind of healthy for me in general, because I was that's the thing that makes me not want to is gonna sound silly. That's one of the things that makes me not really want to play like visual novels on stream, because I can't really play it off stream and then come back and play it on stream, right? And I love playing games fully on stream, like don't get me wrong, but it's like, oh my god, I can like, sometimes I'm like, I'm in the mood to play, but I just don't want to do it if I play right now, then it's gonna mess with the stream later, and I'm like, I don't want to do that. So that's just something I worry about, but maybe it's probably not too relatable. But for games like Elden Ring, I found that like being able to do part of it off stream and part of it on stream is pretty chill. Although I do like doing on stream because I'm like a total noob, and a lot of people are helpful. When I did my last Elden Ring stream, I learned about strong jump attacks. That was awesome. That was freaking awesome. Learning about the freaking strong jumping attacks changed the course of my Elden Ring career. I don't really mind being backseated that much, as opposed to like, I know especially if you're like if people are big streamers and they have like thousands of people yelling in their ear what to do, I could definitely see how that would get annoying. But I'm pretty small, pretty chill, and not that good at certain video games. So if you want to backseat me, go ahead, right? And then I guess I could talk about like non-stream stuff, non-entertainer stuff. Let's talk about stuff that's purely me. Let's talk about Project Sekai. Not in like the I'm gonna cover Project Sekai song sense. Let's just talk about Project Sekai. So like, for those of you who aren't in the loop, I actively play the EN server of Project Sekai, which is it's been really fun. I've been really enjoying my time playing it. And it's been really eventful, but also painful on the wallet kind of journey into the rhythm tiering world, because I had played rhythm games before. Let's go. Indeed. I had played rhythm games before, but I'd never been competitive in rhythm games. I played Love Live, School Idol Festival, very casually. I mostly use my gems on gacha. And the only time I really tried to play a lot, I just burned my nats, and I didn't even get the rank I wanted, so why did I bother? But yeah. And that was for the Storm in Lover event with the like I think it was like military Ellie or something, maybe Umi. I think it was Ellie. That's what I remember. Yes no say yes koieto. And then I played Bandori very casually. The only event I tried a little bit on 2 events. I don't even remember what the first one I tried on was, other than it was a Roselia event. And the second one I tried, it was also a Roselia event. That was NFO2, and I retired after that event. I was like, I'm done playing Bandori. Because the reason I retired that event, I didn't tier very high either. I like went like T 2.5k or something, because I was like, I'm done. I got Lisa, because Lisa is like one of my favorites, and I was like, I'm done. I'm done playing Bandori. And I played that to that event's end, and then I quit the game. So Project Sekai really is my first experience with like competitive rhythm games, and I've been having a lot of fun with it. I think the community is like really, the community that I've met is like really chill. Not everyone will be chill, but in general, like the people that I've met, a majority of them I like. And I've made a few new friends, and it's been a good time for me. And And I'll be... Is that Wedding Roselia? Yes, it is Wedding Roselia. It is. That is the event that I stopped playing on. It was like it was that Lisa. Really, really lovely. When was that? Was that like May of last year? Oh Jesus, it's almost been a year. Oh, that's so long. But yeah, Project Sekai has been really chill for me. In terms of like people. And then so far I've tiered, what have I tiered? I did T4 for singing in sync, which is the Onhane event, and then I did T3 in Sekai Happy New Year. And I plan to do, I want to complete my podium set. I want to get a T2 and T1, and then I can rest. I want to get T1 in Buddy Funny Spend Time for sure. I haven't been yelling about it like I'm going to be T1 Buddy Funny Spend Time, because if I'm not T1 that'd be hella embarrassing, right? But I will be T1, by the way. just putting that out there. But I do intend to go for it, like really, really, really earnestly go for it. And as for the T, and that's for my T2, I'm gonna make that the upcoming event, Doll Festival with the Tenmas, or at the Tenmas, or something like that. Hinamatsuri. I plan to do that. And I'll try my best for T2 in that event. Hopefully it will go well. I heard it's I've down the grapevine, people are telling me it's pretty competitive. So I'm hoping that it will go fine. What else? I guess I'll go back to like things about like the future and stuff in terms of like this channel. The main thing that I'm gonna say is that people who enjoyed my Genshin pulling streams, don't expect more. That's all I'll say, because I just, unless I like save up for a long time and I do a stream, that could be a possibility. Don't expect them as often. MiHoYo has kind of sucked me dry, and I am tired of it. So I got tired of it. So I'm like, I'm not spending on Genshin anymore. I'm not spending on the packs. I'm still willing to buy Woken and BP, but the packs I'm not really a big fan of anymore. Maybe if they reset, I'm okay. Would you ever stream your tiering or any Project Sekai? Yes and no. I don't think I would. I won't say that. I do not currently have plans to stream my tiering. Mostly because I don't think it would be fun. And that's the big thing. A lot of the time I have like, I'm like, okay, I could stream this, but I don't think it'd be fun. Like, do people really want to watch? Maybe people do. Maybe people are masochists. Maybe people are like sadistic and want to see me dying over Project Sekai. But in general, I'm gonna say in general, I don't intend to stream my tiering because I don't think it'd be fun to watch me play the same beat map over and over and over and over and over again. For any Project Sekai, I am not opposed. Since I did get access to an old phone that I used to own, I will be able to actually successfully stream Project Sekai without becoming PNG Curry, which is something that really bothered me when I was trying to stream it in the first place, which got cancelled because of an unfortunate incident with my car. That I don't like to remember. But it ended up fine, so it's not a big deal. But yeah. The whales quitting spending might be my new favorite content. Thank you, Story. Yeah, I mean, I didn't really quit spending on, like, in general, but I quit spending on, like, certain games. Like, I stopped spending on Review, and I stopped spending on... Well, how did it go? In terms of games that I spent, like, significant amount of money on, probably, like, I quit spending on Love Live, I quit spending on... Fake Grand Order. I quit spending on Fire Emblem Heroes, I guess. I didn't really spend very much on that. I only spent like probably $150 max, which is not that much, to be honest. And then we went on to True Hell, Revue Starlight Relive. I love Revue Starlight, but the gacha game is... Don't even mention it. Don't even mention it. And then I moved on to Honkai and Genshin. But the thing about Honkai and Genshin is that Honkai I'm actually fully free to play. I've never spent a cent in Honkai. And Genshin, I've spent a decent amount. Close to I spent around what I spent for Love Live and Fate Grand Order. Maybe a bit more than those two. Not combined, but those two individually. And then yeah. Now I'm spending on Project Sekai. Oh, hi Kai. Hi Kaidos. Hey, happy birth. Thank you, Haley. So yeah, I've been spending the main game I'm playing right now is Project Sekai, I would say. Out of all my gacha games. Hopefully one day I'll just be able to go cold turkey and stop spending on all of them. Honestly, I've been really one thing about Genshin is that the content, and I don't say this like in a mean way, but in Genshin there's not much to do. Like after you explore the new area, or you clear the new story, or you do the event, like what can you really do? Like your dailies. And that's the thing, because I guess in a lot of other gacha games it's like the same, right? You like do your dailies and then you leave until like a banner or an event that you really want comes up. But in Genshin it just feels like, because it's like so vast and so has so much potential, and the end game content that exists is like very shallow. Once you're able to clear, the moment you're able to 36 star the abyss, you're pretty much done with endgame content. And in fact, even though you don't need to, even when you don't 36 star the abyss, you can be pretty burnt out, because as long as you can do it, like clear it, there's really not much that you can do after that, right? Like what are you gonna do? And it doesn't help that the game is like super grindy, right? Because for example, I have two characters right now, Ganyu and Hu Tao, that require like the same mats, and that drives me freaking crazy. Like I do not want to farm the Whopper Flowers, and oh my god, I do not want to farm the Whopper Flowers or the Diligence books, but I have to for their talents and all that stuff. So and I'm broke on those mats right now, so I'm like, why? And it doesn't help that like I said, the lack of content is kind of not so cool. And the thing is, the Genshin has like a lot of potential, but it's just, and it has some really fun mechanics, but it is very, I feel like I should be I've been so burned out in Genshin 2. I did play the recent bartending event though, saying I hate Whopper Flowers so much. Whopper Flowers not bad. Not handguards at least. I'm also short on handguards. I mentioned that as a certified Raiden Yai enjoyer, I'm short on handguards. But for me, handguards are like chill, kind of. Because I'm in Inazuma all the time. When I play, I'm usually in Inazuma, as opposed to. And I know Whopper Flowers are in Inazuma, but what I mean is, the samurai are in Inazuma, whereas they won't be in Mondstadt or Liyue. Yeah, I feel like Genshin has a really strong honeymoon phase, so the contrast to when you get to grinding feels huge. For sure. That's like one big thing. And like, that's one thing that I'm like worrying about, right? Well, not really worrying, but that's the thing I think about, because like Genshin has like is like a really enthralling experience, especially in the start. But I feel like what am I even aiming for? You know, I can show you my 1,000 handguards, bro. I'd love your 1,000 handguards. What am I even aiming for? Like I just recently I tweeted about this. I triple crowned my Eula, and after I triple crowned my Eula, I was like, dang, I never want to do that again. Which is not true. I want to triple crown my Amber. I want to triple crown my Amber for sure. But the Mondstadt talent domain is just such a pain to farm. And you have to farm like a lot, because so much of Genshin is RNG. And when I say so much of it's RNG, I'm not complaining necessarily about that, because as you may have guessed from my games that I've listed playing, I love gacha games, and so I'm like not unused to the RNG. But there's just Eula Amber enjoyer. Yes, I am. I am a Eula Amber enjoyer. Both separately and together, I enjoy them. Amber is my first favorite character. Eula is my third favorite character. And I enjoy their interactions together, especially in Event. In 2.3, they had some really good interactions. And I've seen the light since Eula's demo came out and Amber was chilling with her. I've known the truth since then. Actually, that was when Eula first came out. I'll tell this story. When Eula first came out, I was not going to pull for her initially, because I was like on the fence. I was like going back and forth, because on the one hand, I love me some Lady Knights. And I heard she was a Lady Knight, and I was like, okay, you've piqued my interest. But on the other hand, I didn't like her design that much at the time. It's grown on me. It's grown on me a lot. But Amber was and still is my favorite character in Genshin. So I saw her interacting with Amber, and I was like, well, gotta get her. I was like, I got Eula, and I have I tried to get Eula at least. She actually dodged me. We don't talk about that, but she actually dodged me, and you can see the chronicles of me actually trying to get her and successfully getting her. On this channel, I have a stream where I roll Eula. Spoiler alert, I got her. Eula's my second main. She's very fun to play. I really enjoy playing her. And a lot of people might not enjoy playing her because she's kind of like, mechanically, she's kind of strict. She doesn't allow for a lot of like freedom in general if you want to like maximize her, but I really enjoy playing her. Like, her animations are so pretty. And I feel like she plays really smoothly, and I like the way she works, and so that makes me very happy. And also, she's like BFFs with Raiden. But then again, isn't everyone BFF with Raiden these days? I feel like half the cast is like, oh, I love having Raiden as a sub DPS or main DPS to help me out, right? My Eula was a child. Oh, oh, my condolences. I understood that. I actually have not gotten a surprised child, but I have been surprised by a certain Mondstadt noble showing up on my doorstep multiple times, unwarranted. A certain Claymore user that's not a certain Mondstadt Claymore noble that I was not expecting quite a few times. Until recently, he was the only character that broke my pity on not broke my pity. He was the only character that I lost 50-50 to on the limited banner. Which is why I have a slightly like negative reaction to him. Nothing personal with like him, and I actually don't mind him that much, to be honest, but he does indeed haunt me. Mona has juked me twice. Oh no, my apologies. my apologies, Luta. Right, my genuine apologies. Mona has juked me once. The Barklight Zero. Mona has juked me once. It was not the worst thing that happened. I would prefer her over like some another certain character, but you know, it would have been nice to have someone new. I still don't have Jean, Ketching, or Chi-Chi, so I'd like to have them if I can. Oh geez, I didn't want this stream to end up too long, to be honest. And it's ending up longer than I had expected. Okay, where do I go? Where I don't want to just be like, okay, bye guys, but let's wrap things up. Basically, I just want to say like, thank you all for like watching my stream and wishing me happy birthday. And if, what should I say? Lots of people have been really kind, and, I, can't really express my thanks in a way that, like, is... I don't want to be, like, fake about it, that's all. I'm very thankful. I'm very thankful. Oh, crap. Hello. You're not late. I mean, you are late but to the start, but, I don't want to, like... You are late to the start, but, you know, it's never too late, right? Have a good rest of the day. Hope you have a good rest of the day, too, Story. Yeah, I just don't want to be fake about it. I'm just glad that people are even enjoying it, and this has been a really good birthday, and I'm very happy. I guess this is my first birthday as a VTuber. That could be my first birthday as a VTuber. That could be like a 4 coma. Bye, Curry. It was fun to be here. Happy birthday. Thank you. Yeah, if you want to say anything, like, to me, and you have my Discord, feel free to, like, ping me. Feel free to tweet at me if you want to say something there. Feel free to DM me. But, like, no need at all. Because, like, no matter what, I'm just glad that people even, like, really care about, like, what I have to say. Or care about my birthday at all. Because, like, at the end of the day, I am just some pixels on your screen. I am a person behind here, but I am just some pixels on your screen. Said happy birthday, but hey, happy birthday again. Thank you. Yeah, I'm very thankful people care. In the end, I don't really got anything deep or meaningful, but I hope that if you listen to my cover, you enjoyed it. I hope that if you watch the stream, you enjoyed it. I hope that if I tweeted something funny, you enjoyed it. I don't tweet much, though. But yeah. Alright, I guess that's it. Thank you all for watching. It means the world to me, alright? Peace. See ya. Happy birthday. Sorry, I just caught the stream now. I'm not visibly here, but thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.